The northwestern corner of the Northeast, home to the Lake Erie Speedway, a 3/8 mile paved palace of power where the monsters of the racing world will battle on a track made of dirt and mangled machines for the 2019 All-Star Monster Truck Title. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here at the Lake Erie Speedway in Northeast Pennsylvania as the All-Star Monster Truck Tour continues its 2019 campaign. Saturday night, of course, dominated by a pair of high-flying Hoosiers teammates, Aaron Kane in Quad Chaos and Tim Masinis in Dirt Crew. Aaron Kane took the racing victory in Quad Chaos, had a rough time during Freestyle with some mechanical problem. And of course, Tim Masinis in Dirt Crew won the best trick competition and then came back to win Freestyle with an awesome run, parlaying that into an overall event victory. Now, another story coming into today's action was Elliott Miller jumping behind the wheel of Crush Station. Looking for good things from this guy. He has a heavy right foot, but it's been a rough afternoon so far. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. The man standing in the foreground, though, that's Chris Sawicki. He made it into this final round of Monster Truck Racing last night. He once again starts off our best trick competition with two big air moves. Setting the pace right behind him, Lindsay Ratu out of Camden, Delaware, and Pretty Wicked. Getting some huge air, picking up right where she left off. And she would then throw the truck into a cyclone and smoke the tires up in turn number 4. Now, mentioned Elliott Miller having a rough weekend. Watch this. You look between the rear tires, you can see the gear oil pouring out. He just grenaded a rear end. Told you he had a heavy right foot. Got on the throttle maybe a little bit too early when the truck hit. There was a loud pop. That was the rear end going away. Not the way Elliott Miller wanted to start his weekend, and a real tough way to go out of competition here. They would tow the truck off the track. We had the chance to look underneath of it. When I tell you he grenaded a rear end, you can see it right there. The center chunk actually trying to come out of the rear diff housing and drop the drive shaft, dismantle the drivetrain, get that rear end apart, try to free it up to get this truck back into the trailer. Up next, Corey Schneider. Toxic out of Bethesda, Maryland. Little sky wheelie to start things off, but the big move for Corey, and the one that would put him over the top, was this right here. Stood it on the rear end last night, but he didn't do this. Not quite sure what his plan was, but once the truck got past vertical in the middle of that ramp, there was no hope in saving it right over on the roof. Not too hard to lift considering he slammed it down on the pavement. Corey Schneider coming out to the cheers of the crowd here at the Lake Erie Speedway. Again, taking it up a notch. Body has about 9 years on it, I believe, and just gave him an excuse to put the new body on. You can see he tore up some fiberglass on that one. Here comes Big Air Aaron Kane in Quad Chaos out of West Lafayette, Indiana. Hard hit on the left front. Won racing yesterday. Really would love to get a win in either Best Trick or Freestyle along with another racing win. You can see they're driving through the what's left of the oil that came out of the crush station a little earlier on. Tim Masinis and Dirt Crew going for the slap wheelie there. Trying to one-up Corey Schneider. These guys knew they were going to have to go some when Corey put it on the lid, but it would not be enough. An awesome bunch of runs, though, here on Sunday afternoon. However, Corey Schneider would be your best trick champion in Toxic. Next up would be St. Louis style racing here in the Pennsylvania sun. Stay with us. Round 1 highlights coming up next.
This Back Channel Productions program is presented in part by Monsters Monthly. For up-to-date show and ticket info, articles, and event breakdowns, and a wide selection of photo and video galleries, visit monstersmonthly.com.
Track crew putting down a little water to keep the dust down here this afternoon at Lake Erie Speedway. We take a look at what the round 1 bracket looked like, and of course with Crush Station going out, Quad Chaos would get the free pass as the fast qualifier on into the semifinals. Lumberjack and Toxic going at it in round 1, and then Pretty Wicked would take on Dirt Crew. Here's a look at that first matchup. Corey Schneider up against Chris Sawicki. This was the semifinal round matchup last night, and it was Sawicki coming out on top. Of course, we talked about that top side all last night. Chris Sawicki still dealing with it, but a pretty even run at this point. They started to figure this track out in the top lane, but Sawicki having problems in that final corner. Corey Schneider was able to shoot Toxic across the finish line and head on into the semifinal round. Tim Masinis now in Dirt Crew. Stage up with Lindsay Ratu and Pretty Wicked. Lindsay gaining experience in her first full year of competition. Again, though, not new to the seat of a monster truck, and she has laid down some awesome runs in her short time as a full-time monster truck pilot. Good start for her this time around. Learned something from yesterday, but a hard nose landing for the 79 Bronco out of Delaware. Tim Masinis staying smooth on that bottom side. Lindsay Ratu going way deep in the corner, and Masinis would have pretty much a free pass at this point. Ratu trying to fight her way back, but she's all over the course on this top side. Tim Masinis with the good ride here in Dirt Crew. Lindsay Ratu making an aggressive shot, though. You can't take anything away from her. Stuck in the bad lane. She made the most of it on into our semifinal bracket. Toxic taking on the Lumberjacks for the 3rd time this weekend. Quad Chaos and Dirt Crew. We saw them in the semifinals last night. The win went to Quad Chaos. It was Lumberjack and the Quad in the final round. Now, Tim Masinis on the bottom side, Aaron Kane on the top side. Aaron Kane has been the only guy this weekend that has really been able to figure out that top lane. Tim Macenas with the lead. Aaron Kane got real aggressive going into this final corner, and it would come back to bite him. Spun out on the dust. Tim Macenas moves on to the final round now. Corey Schneider in Toxic. Chris Sowicki in the Lumberjack. Third time this weekend these two have gone at it. Now in another semifinal matchup. Schneider got the better of Sowicki in the first round. Good turn for Chris Sowicki right there. A little bit off center going over the rollers, but it sets him up very, very well for this final turn. Nice and straight. Watch the charge to the end. They're right there together, but Sowicki putting the foot to it will cross the finish line and head into his second final round of the weekend, taking on another member, the Indiana team that took him down in the final round on night number one. This time, though, it would be Tim Macenas and Dirt Crew, not Aaron Kane. These two would meet on the front stretch. Lumberjack, Chris Sowicki getting his second shot. Here in the sunshine, Sowicki still stuck on that top side. He's been there all weekend. Can he make it to his advantage? Watch what happens going into the first turn. Little bit of water down there, and he gave up the lead. Chris Sowicki putting the foot to it. All he's got to do is be clean, and it should be all Lumberjack. Tim Macenas trying to play catch-up, but it would be for naught. Chris Sowicki laying down a good run. Macenas spins out again. What a way to wrap up racing. Day number 2, and sets himself up for a potential overall. Chris Sowicki now. Can he do well enough in freestyle to win the whole event? We will find out up next. Freestyle. Stay with us. Back at the Lake Erie Speedway in Northeast Pennsylvania, Lindsay Ratu and Pretty Wicked starting things off with a big Bronco out of Camden, Delaware. Some massive hang time there. Again, it looks like she might be having a little bit of a steering problem. See what she's got here. Hard landing on the right-hand side. She's bent the rim, and there is air coming out of that tire. Scores post immediately as she heads off the track. It will only be an 8 for Lindsay Ratu. Pretty Wicked, tough start to the freestyle for her. Aaron Kane now. Coming right back at it, Quad Chaos. Can he overcome the problems he had last night? He had to pull off the track early. A lot of smoke coming out from under the rear end of that truck last night. Now, going to redeem himself, get some nice hang time right there. Quick rotation, and he's back underway. Not seeing that smoke out from under the rear end, at least not yet. He's laying down a nice run here. Another huge leap over the pad. Right back to the bus with some big air. Momentum in this run has been awesome as Aaron Kane heads back to the center of the track. Down the racing lanes, we'll see what he has left in the big quad. Really not much left of those wheelie bumps on the backside of the racing lanes. They've kind of gone away. They were throwing the truck straight up and down last night. Now they're really just launching them skyward. Aaron Kane in quad chaos. Looks like he'll wrap it up right there. A good run for the big quad out of Indiana. Little extra hit right there out of Aaron Kane to wrap it up. We'll see what the scores are. 23. He heads to the pits. Here comes Chris Sawicki in the Lumberjack. Aaron Kane parks the big quad. The logging truck with the smokestacks comes flying out onto the track. Can Chris Sawicki take the freestyle victory and the event championship? Hitting it a lot harder today than he was last night, you can tell already, and he's got a little bit more to lose this time as, again, that win in racing has set him up with some good points coming into this freestyle. For Sawicki, and he has just destroyed the rear end of that truck. He knows it too. You can see the look on his face inside the helmet. We're going to get another look at that. Watch. Huge hang time right there. It was a good move, but too much on the left rear. He folded up the left rear lower forelink and ripped the bung out of the right rear lower forelink. Very upset Chris Sawicki. A score of 19, not bad considering the length of the run, but now what he's looking to do, a whole lot of work to be done in that pit area. Back here at the Lake Erie Speedway in Northeast Pennsylvania, there are two competitors left in freestyle. Schneider in Toxic out of Bethesda, Maryland. Won the best trick competition. Can he take the freestyle victory and the overall event championship? Remember, right behind him is the 2018 event champion and last night's event champion, Tim Macenis and Dirt Crew. Corey knows that. You know he's going to lay down an awesome one. The body is already torn up. He doesn't have a whole lot to worry about there. He and his father repaired a broken outer axle shaft last night. So, truck back to 100% as far as the mechanics go. And again, that fiberglass doesn't matter much. All cosmetics. They got a new body that should be going on this truck within a week or so. So Corey should lay down a pretty good run here in Toxic. some nice hang time in this run. So far, the flow's been pretty good. The momentum, it's there. What can Corey Schneider do to set himself apart before the big dump truck out of Indiana comes out? Hasn't shied away from anything. Corey Schneider. Good run he's got going here in Toxic. This has been his signature this weekend, smoking the tires with a Maryland Ford. We'll wrap it up right here in front of the grandstands, looking right down the grill of the big green machine out of Bethesda, Corey Schneider. Giving the fans what they wanted. We'll see if it was enough to take over the lead, and it was a 24-3/8 to take the lead. Can he hold on to it? We're going to look at a couple highlights from this run here in just a moment as he heads off the track. Tim Macenas will bring Dirt Crew to the front stretch here in just a moment, but look at this. Now, this was the first hit that he made in his run. Got some huge air, quite a few of those during this run. And then, China tires on a little bit of water and a little bit of dust. It was a perfect setup to get a Cyclone donut out of it. 10 complete revolutions in this donut. Smoking the tires, a little dust, a little fire. Corey Schneider taking over the lead in the Toxic Ford. One more to go. Here comes Tim Macenas out of Marysville, Indiana, in the Dirt Crew machine. Teammate to the Quad Chaos, monster of Aaron Kane, who laid down an awesome run right now. Macenas going after Corey Schneider. Macenas won this thing last night. Can he do it again? Unbelievable to think that this truck was built back in 1993 out in Ashtabula, Ohio. Started life as a copy of Maximum Overkill, ran as Gary Powers in Nightmare 2. Chassis design used by many teams in the monster truck industry over the years, and it's still running strong in 2019. I can tell you how well built those machines were. Cradle looks a little bit different than it did back during the 90s, but again, just strengthening the thing up to take these hits that these trucks now coming down from 40 feet in the air. Remember, a lot of those trucks were built for arena racing back in the 90s, not these huge hits that they take now. of those patented mullet slap wheelies there. Tim may be one of the only guys I've ever seen do a front-wheel drive slap wheelie. I don't think that's something that anyone ever wants to see again. He has torn this thing up over the years. And again, it's still running strong. You cannot kill this truck. Mecenas laying down an awesome run in dirt crew. Going to the outside, had to be a little bit wary of that Lake Erie Speedway crew vehicle that's sitting out there. I thought he was wrapping it up. He indeed was not. He is going after these obstacles hard. Does Tim Mecenas have left? Gonna wrap it up right there. Dirt crew laying down an awesome run. Another good run out of the big truck from Indiana, and I think he just shelled the engine, taking the truck off the track. That did not sound good. But it was enough to net him the victory, 8, 9, and 9 for a score of 26. Scott Heaton headed down to talk to Tim Mecenas, your winner here in Lake Erie, Pennsylvania.
Give that away in just a minute. I'm going to give this to my biggest dirt crew man up there. Oh my God, guys, come on, autographs. I want to see every one of you fans cheering. You guys are what makes this happen. All the drivers can do this on every one of you in their seats. Folks, he had a great weekend. He is a champion once again. Tim Mecenas in dirt crew. What a tremendous weekend for the All-Star Monster Truck Tours up here at the Lake Erie Speedway, presented by Super Pro of West Erie County. My name is Scott Heaton with Road Noise Entertainment. May the best of your past be the worst of your future. Until next time, see you.